nice to meet you. This is such a wonderful event tonight, and I would like to talk to you, Ali, as a mother to mother, because I know that you are sharing 3 children with John, and I would like to ask you about how did you involve and what was your motivation when you involved in the whole process?
Well, it's interesting that you ask. I'm going to touch on this later in my speech. I was walking in the park with my 2 little boys, and I met a homeless woman and her baby. And I spent the day with them, and I was instrumental in getting that child taken from its mother and put into foster care. And from that moment on, I was terrified. But the good news is the baby was adopted, the mother was okay, everything worked out fine. But I think anyone who's had children and who sees what we see happening in the world of foster care or the world of homelessness, your heart breaks because, they're people. They have mothers, they have fathers, they need a life. Their lives are valuable and important. So it just, that's what it's been for me, just trying to help them.
And how your work can bring awareness for all of the, in every country in the world.
Well, I did a documentary on it, which won a few awards, and a lot of people saw it. And then it was used in school as a teaching tool. And I talk about it. It's one of the most important things in my life, doing that documentary and meeting those people. The children I met in foster care and had the privilege of interviewing were some of the best people I've met in my life. So, it was very. We all need, Europe has its own foster care systems. They have their own struggles, and they lose children too. It's a very difficult thing to do when you take on someone else's children. I mean, fundamentally, I think what you need to do is have a society and a system that values families and helping the families, and not just taking the children away. I mean, if you have to, you have to. But I think it's important, and John and I feel very strongly about supporting the families.
And it's also wonderful that you are working together in this project. So what was the most emotional moment all over the years?
For me, it's very emotional to see how much Ali knows about this subject, really knows about it, how much devotion she's put to it. And I think for both of us, seeing how much the system has actually improved in Los Angeles County since she made her documentary, genuinely, really, really improved.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Did you get close one of the kids who you rescued?
I talked to several children in my film, and I followed them afterwards and did different things with them. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much, and congratulations for this wonderful evening. It's so nice to meet you, and you are the musical guest tonight.
Yes.
First of all, what will be your performance tonight?
I'm performing Rise Up for sure. And I actually wanted to just throw another song in there because I love jazz music and I love Billie Holiday. So I always like to just throw something in there, just an ode to her and her fight constantly. But the main goal here is to just encourage people, to imbue them with the strength, the power, the encouragement, the hope that they need to continue to carry on the work that they're doing.
If you could be able to send a message with your voice tonight to all over the world of the kids, what would be the message?
The message would be that you're not alone. Yes, that would be, the message would be that, you're not alone and you are loved and you're valuable and you're important.
And what was your motivation and inspiration to involve in this beautiful project?
Just the work that they're doing. I think that, I was saying earlier that, any organization, anyone right now that is leaning toward empathy, I think it's so important because we cannot survive without each other. I don't believe in the myth of this sort of independent mindset. We really need each other. We're interconnected, and these children need hope, and so I'm very inspired by the work that they do.
Do you have some personal inspiration?
Some personal inspiration? How do you mean specifically? Sorry.
Well, if anybody was, affected in your family or with your friends who had to take care of foster kids or something like that.
Well, I think just not personally, specifically foster children, but I think in general, my family there, we say a lot of dysfunction, but I don't know. I look at things differently in my life. I just think it required all of the family to take care of each other. I took in she's my young cousin. I call her my young cousin, but she's really like my cousin, daughter, niece, She was living in Iowa, and her parents were struggling out there. You know what I mean? They definitely loved their daughter, but they were struggling, and so we took her in when she was about like 14. You know, but that's like kind of our family. You know what I mean? So if it may not be fostering per se, but it's fostering in a different way, because if somebody's struggling, then you just take in family. And we've always been like that, so I'm always inspired by my family.
But thank you for doing
Thank
it for
you.
the community and
Yes.
for all the kids who need help. And just one more last question. What is your next project?
Oh, my next project. So we do have a movie coming out soon, so I'm very excited about that, with myself and Laura Dern, Bradley Cooper, Will Arnett, so very excited about that. And then we are working on new music, so I'm really happy, and working on a new TV show as well, so excited. A few things in the work, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Onyx.